Aquarius. Hi, Amanda here. It's been a while. It's good to be back. So, we are looking at your shape shift at this time. The shape you're shifting out of, the shape you are shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. We're going to start by getting a little inspiration image for you, Aquarius. To start off your shape shift, I need to light a fresh candle for you because the candle went out in the Capricorn reading. So maybe this means like lighting a new candle is starting something fresh, breaking from some of that Cap energy. Let's see. Aquarius. Whoa. Okay. So you got the other half of a card that came out for Gemini, I want to say. Cancer. Something like that. Somewhere back there. Aquarius, there's all these people that are sharing space together. We see a domestic interior. We're seeing people hugging and sort of milling about in this space together. And then here you are. This feels like you majorly fourth walling it, Aquarius. And you know, like you're very aware of what's going on here, and you're letting us know that. You're looking right at the camera and giving us one of those. Interesting. And it seems to be that what you are telling us is this. What do you know, Aquarius? I like all these images in black and white with Saturn going through your sign. There's something quite stark about this energy that feels true. There's something about this mountain that you know. It feels like something you know. Okay, I don't know what this means at all. Amazing. What's the shape shift for Aquarius at this time? The shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, what that shape shift looks and feels like for Aquarius. This feels incredibly like you're foretelling something, or there's something about Aquarius energy that holds a really big picture for like a bigger collective picture. And you're sort of seeing it. You know, like you're seeing what's coming down the mountain. Okay, let's look at your shape shift. Shifting out of chaos into choice through surrender. Out of chaos into choice through surrender. I mean, I'm about to read this literally. Go with me. In the chaos card, we have many people, many faces, in that photograph, there are many people gathered. Surrender is showing us with the wave and the mountain, this like these larger elements or larger forces of nature at work that we must surrender to. And then it's like all of the people in the chaos card get pared down to 2 with choice. So there's something here about paring something down or having to choose less. Choose particularly, make particular choices to lessen the chaos. And that seems to be, I'm realizing now, the way through the mountain, because the choice card is showing us a road through. That there is actually these tunnels that can lead you through the mountain. But you do have to some degree, surrender to the mountain, and there will be choices to make that will require you to minimize or pare down in some way. Maybe. Maybe choosing more wisely who you are connecting with at this time. Maybe this is not a time of big crowds and chaotic parties and lots of people and energy around you, but maybe you are sort of, again, like looking at the camera going, seeing a bigger picture here and surrendering to that force is resulting in you being more particular about who you are sharing your time with and how you are sharing, how you're spending your time, maybe. This feels intense. Choice. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that wants to come before we get into clarifying. I will say this. Okay, whatever this is, let's take this into a different context for a moment. There's something sort of chaotic happening in your experience that feels like you have no choice but to surrender to it. I like that it's a kid here, because in a lot of ways, children don't really have choices. They don't have autonomy. They have to do whatever these adults are doing, even though they may be very aware that whatever those adults are doing is bogus, you know? We've got a very precocious, like wise child here looking right at us. And this child maybe has no choice but to kind of go with the chaos, surrender to the chaos, because it is much, whatever it is, it's much larger than them. You know, it's not something that they have a even fighting chance at battling or trying to go up against or trying to resist. There is no resisting this, Aquarius, whatever this is. You have to surrender to it. And then it's almost like once you just let it be true that this is happening. Sometimes mountains can be obstacles. It's like whatever this obstacle is that is way beyond you, way bigger than you, not something you can control at all. You cannot move a mountain in this particular instance. And once you kind of just yes to that, once you acknowledge that, I think actually then the mountain presents you with choices. You start to see, once you surrender, you can actually see choices where you did not see any choice previously. It's like, oh, okay, when I surrendered to this great deity, the presence of the mountain, the force much greater and far beyond me, suddenly that same force seems to present me with some choices. Okay, like that's nice. Whew, it feels a little relieving actually in this moment. Like, all right, maybe I do have more choices than I thought. It's just that I have to be more specific in how I spend my time or who I spend my time with. This is interesting energy, Aquarius. It is totally different, actually, than some of the other energies. So I'm going to get into this now. We're going to use the Dark Exact Tarot and get to clarifying. If you've enjoyed the first part of this reading, I invite you to explore the whole thing with me for a season over at the Shifting Space. This spring, 2022, I'm testing out this new space devoted to experiencing the shifts more viscerally in connection with other people for the course of an entire season. I'm inviting no more than 30 folks to join this cohort of original founding members of the Shifting Space. This is a chance for me and you to shape the kind of virtual space we want to be a part of for months and years to come. We'll experiment with bi-monthly movement meetups to feel how our bodies are shifting, a community chat space where we can dish on the shifts, and a podcast where we'll connect the dots of all the revelations we're having throughout the season. If this sounds like what you're into, join me at this early stage of the Shifting Space. It'll never be more affordable than it is right now. And as a reward for your input at these early days of the space, you'll keep your original member rate for life. So, come see what it's all about and watch the rest of your reading at unseenhandstarot.com.